We invited people with a refugee background, which are able to work now here. And we invited people from the creative industries which already work here. And so our idea is, how can we bring this knowledge together? How can we support?
I am Fadi from Iraq. I am journalist, photographer. I was work with 2 newspapers, and I have been here like 9 months.
I think we wanted an approach that goes beyond this whole crisis, refugee, and focus on a common experience about locality and about being or becoming a local.
Actually, I'm from Syria, and I'm here since 4 months in Wien, and I'm a photographer.
We see open design as open as possible in a spatial mode, that it's open to the needs of the people.
We can learn from other cultures, and that we also benefit from integrating them into our culture.
Like kids. You. No, I don't know what to say to you.
I would consider myself as a European, not as Austrian or not as Swiss.
The overarching question for us was, what makes you part of a culture? Work gives you friendship, work gives you an idea about yourself, your identity, and being more or less put somewhere alone where you have to wait just to do that is a huge problem.
But actually when you are new here, you don't know anybody. We need a lot of contacts, networks, cool job.
The biggest problem they face is finding an appropriate job so that they can earn money. And the problem is, both have studied in their country, in Iran. The problem is they do not have their certificates anymore. And as they are considered being refugees, they cannot get back to their universities and demand new certificates.
The main reason why it's hard for us to get to the next step, because even if you have so many certificates, so many experiences, you always be named as a refugee.
We started with the problem of lack of access to studio space and equipment. Out of this came this idea of like a physical Skillshare place.
We thought about how could we get designers, artists work with refugees on projects. Here's the plan. You get briefs from their organizations, or whoever does that, that's not important. And in that brief, people are asked, design teams are asked to develop concepts to find certain nations in Vienna. Probably Syria, probably Iran, whatever. One part of that brief is that they have to include people from there. They have to form design teams and develop their ideas in this group of several people, and then, it's a bit difficult now. There is a map exhibition in all of Vienna where these places are, what they found, and design work is exhibited there.
Hacking existing systems, or not hacking, maybe just using them. So our topic is community access. So first thing is about sharing information about which community exists, and for this sharing of information there are already some applications like New Here, for example, and you could easily just ask museums and creative communities, Design Austria, some architectural communities to just share their information on these apps, which specifically aim for refugees as well as locals. Something more we were thinking is that it could be really interesting if there could be some kind of intensive, regular, some kind of creative lab, like borderless creative lab in a specific location. And it could be every week and interdisciplinary.
There's a practical aspect that's very important about how can refugees have access to the actual academy? How do they get into university? How do they manage in one place to perhaps get information on mentorships, internships, even know how to somehow get money while they're studying.
There was another idea about how to give certificates by leaving the academic system out and just acknowledge people have studied already, why study again? And to kind of, within some, like, what if this academy is connecting to real offices and the refugees can make kinds of internships there over some certain kind of time and then get their certificates from their colleagues or from these internships and this kind of certificate system has to be, of course, promoted and people need to know about it and then maybe more and more people accept it also.